Hello, folks. I'm Bill Coleman. Welcome to another edition of This is Worcester. And we're going to have our special guest today, our favorite, a crowd-pleasing duo who we're going to talk about sports today. We'll start off by talking about the World Series, and we'll get into maybe some ideas on the Red Sox and Celtics and Patriots, and throw in something about my Eagles because they're doing good right now, But anyway, Jimmy and Sam Pinto right here in the studio. Happy to have them. Let's take it from the top, gentlemen.
Live in person.
What's the big thing? What's the big sport thing now?
Well, the big thing was the World Series. And the people can't believe that the Yankees lost. They thought they were going to go all the way.
Yeah.
But what turned that around was the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees had the game in the first game of the series. 2 outs, and Freddie Freeman comes up. Not Shohei Ohtani, the $700 million man, but Freddie Freeman, and he cranked one deep. I mean, he hit the first pitch he was waiting for, Bill, and hit it out. And it was a walk-off World Series win in Game 1, a la Kurt Gibson. Okay? People should remember Kurt Gibson when he hit that one off of Eckersley. Yeah. In the, was it 88 World Series? 88, 89?
Yeah, back then.
So, Bill, that became the turnaround for the Dodgers, taking the first game and getting the momentum. The Yankees, if they won that first game, I think they would have probably went 7, but that was it.
It would have turned the series around, yeah, and it's obviously a huge mistake by the manager, Boone, bringing in Cortez, who hadn't pitched in a month.
Yep.
And even when he did pitch, he had an ERA over 5, so it wasn't very good. So he'll be second-guessed for that for a long time.
Does that remind you of the 75 World Series when they brought in Jim Burton, who I thought was a good pitcher? It's just sad for the young kid, to give Joe Morgan that hit.
Yeah, it was a blue hit, but it happens. It was a big red machine, a great team. So.
But Ohtani was up before Freeman.
Ohtani and then Betts. Yeah.
And he missed that first pitch.
Yeah.
And I think he told Freeman, look at the first pitch. He's going to throw you one down the pike, and right down the pipe, right down the middle. And Freeman cranked it out, Bill. I don't know if you saw any of the World Series.
Yeah, he crushed it. It was the first walk-off grand slam in World Series history, and it was a bomb.
I know.
And then of course, the Yankees turned around and blew Game 5. They had that Game 1, and mental errors, physical errors in the 5th inning. And the thing is with the Yankees, they actually did that all year. They didn't play good defense. They just beat up a lot of weaker teams, and when they played a really good team like the Dodgers, it caught up to them.
Great team, the Yankees, I would say, this year. And Aaron Judge missed that routine fly ball on the tip of his glove. That was a disaster.
Yeah, he's got to catch that ball. Volpe with the next batter when they ground ball to him, and instead of doing the smart thing and throwing the first and getting the out, he's trying to throw the third to get the lead runner. Made a bad throw, it was safe, and then Mookie Betts, who we all know is Red Sox fans, hit a little squib at the first. Cole didn't cover the base. Rizzo didn't charge the ball. And Mookie busted it down the line, beat out the play, and you got to give him credit for that, Why can't the Red Sox get guys like that?
Yeah, I'm sorry to say that Jimmy Peters is in mourning. Hey, Kibby, we're sorry about your Yankees, but these things happen.
I think your buddy Ronnie Abraham's rolling over.
Ronnie Abraham, I know.
Yeah.
I thought he was watching over for the Yankees to win. But
the Yankees are going to be an interesting spot in the offseason. What do they do with Soto? Do they sign him? He's going to probably get a $600 million contract from somebody. And if they don't sign him, they're a much weaker team. And if they do sign him, then they got over $200 million
I think
tied up with 6 guys.
I think he's going to be the first billion-dollar player.
I don't think he's going to be that much, but he's going to be at least $600 million. So.
Yeah, Bill, Ohtani would have never got a ring if he didn't leave the Angels.
Oh yeah.
That's a
sorry franchise.
He goes to the Dodgers, and now he's practically in the Hall of Fame. He's got a ring coming. Who knows how many more?
He's a great player. He's still in his prime, too. And next year he'll be back pitching, I assume. So.
Yeah, the Red Sox are talking about moves. I don't see Juan Soto coming to the Red
No,
Sox.
he's not coming here.
No, he's going to a big ballpark, big market team.
He's
You
got
know?
a big market team, and
Somebody's saying the Dodgers.
no, the Dodgers they won't go.
They're
for
over
him.
the cap, aren't they?
Oh, they're way over the cap, but they've got all that TV money, so they
Salary
can afford
cap, that is.
it. Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get to football. Baseball season's over. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yep.
They knocked off the mighty Yankees in 5. So maybe we'll see them again next year. Who knows? We're not going to see the Red Sox, that's for sure.
No, they don't want to spend any money, so it's going to be a slow rebuild. You know,
They're
need
talking about
pitching.
Freed from Atlanta.
They need a top of the rotation starter. They need like 3 bullpen arms, but you got to spend money to get it, and they've pretty much already come out and said they're not spending much money. So don't
Where's
get your
Bobby
hopes up.
Dalbec going? He's gone.
Yeah, he's a free agent, so
The White Sox need him.
good luck to him. Hopefully, he can do better somewhere else if he gets regular playing times.
So, Bill, let's talk about the NFL. Did you watch any games yet? Your Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, watch the Eagles. Yeah,
They're on fire.
yeah.
Playing good football.
6-2.
Nobody's going to beat the Lions. It's going to be the Lions and Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
You think so, huh?
It's
Kansas
early
City's
now,
going to win the 3rd Super Bowl. Unless
I don't know.
Detroit is great. Great team. You watched them play yesterday?
Detroit's
Oh, my.
playing really good. Yeah, they're playing good. And we'll see if they make a move, as they lost their best defensive player, Hutchinson, so they'll probably sign a defensive end. I should say sign him, trade for somebody like Darius Smith from
I love that
Cleveland.
quarterback for the Lions, Jimmy Haffty.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get
The old throwback.
Yeah, that's a real
Hey,
throwback. No,
that
Goff's playing great.
That reminds me, a story. I want to hear that story about the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, I've been fortunate enough, and my brothers had the VIP season tickets to the Patriots, so we've had the opportunity. He's had the opportunity to buy 4 or 6 tickets to a lot of Super Bowls. So we've been to 5 of them, and we were at the Seattle game in Phoenix, and Malcolm Butler with the great interception. And a little interesting story about since it's the 10th year anniversary of Deflategate. We were at the airport in Boston, headed to Phoenix. I was there with my brother John Haffty, a bunch of cousins, Fred Haffty, Dave Riss, Dave Kalo, Frank Matthews. And they made an announcement over the intercom that there was a young mother with 3 young children and her sister, and they were all in the middle row seats on a plane, separated. And they said, would anybody volunteer to switch seats? And our crew ran up and volunteered. And I was a lucky one. I got to sit with the mother and the 3 kids and the sister. And she was so grateful when we sat down, you know, because obviously I don't want to be separated. The little kids were probably like 4, 6, and 8 years old. And I said, you know, I asked, I was curious, I said, how'd you end up with 5 middle seats? I mean, you know, and it turns out she was supposed to be on the Patriot plane. It was Nick Cesario's wife. And unfortunately, 1 or 2 of the kids got sick. They couldn't get on the plane. So I got to talk to her for a while. It was very nice, like I said, so appreciative. And I says, does your husband ever talk about football? And she says, yeah. I says, and this was right after the Indianapolis game with Deflategate. I said, what did he say about Deflategate? You know, did it happen? She said, the front office, the coaching staff, the players were completely mystified. No idea what anybody was talking about. And I think the second half of the Indianapolis game, when we went on from a 17-7 lead to outscoring 28-0 in the second half, any of you haters want to still believe the Patriots cheated, Deflategate. I got it right from the young woman's mouth that nobody knew what they were talking about. Never happened. So it didn't happen, Deflategate. And the NFL screwed us, and you know, and ironically, Indianapolis ever since then has basically been a terrible team. So just like with the Jets with Spygate, seems like karma is biting these teams. You know, when they throw these BS accusations at us.
Well, Brady got what, a 4-game suspension?
He got a 4-game suspension, and you know, a couple years later, they supposedly did a report with the air pressure. And for some reason, the NFL refused to release the report, which basically exonerated the Patriots, that nothing ever happened. And it's too bad. It's, you know, Tom's obviously the GOAT, classy person, and they just they marred his reputation for no reason at all. And one little sidelight, Nick Cesario, you know, I'm sure you probably never watched the show, but if you ever do, you're doing a great job down in Houston. If you can get by Kansas City, I think you're going to go to 1 or 2 Super Bowls. And if you ever want to throw us some Super Bowl tickets as a favor after, we did you a big favor, we wouldn't say no. So Nick, if you ever watch, remember us.
Yeah, he's watching right now.
Yeah, I hope he is.
In his hotel room down on Route 9.
We'll have to send him a copy.
Yeah,
of
but
this,
you're saying this marred Brady's reputation? His reputation isn't.
Well,
good.
it's,
4-game suspension. He slept for 4 days.
it's solid his reputation. But
Huh?
it's
Did he get a
solid.
fine too?
Well, he lost 4 games, paycheck for 4 games, which
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
really killed. That really killed
Well,
him.
I mean, he's worth so
He's
much
only a
money.
billionaire.
Yeah, but it's still a few $1 million. So
Now you can see Tom Brady on 4:30 play-by-play. Bill,
he does a national game. Yeah,
huh?
yeah. He's doing for Fox. He's doing the national.
Yeah,
game,
he's
so-
all right.
He's doing okay. He's he's new. You got to give him some time.
He's no Troy Aikman
Troy's very good. You got to give him credit.
or Joe Buck.
Joe Buck. Yeah, there's some good. There's some guys that done well.
Best announcer was Jack Buck.
His father. Yeah.
Bill used to watch the football game, shut off the volume, and put on the radio with Jack Buck.
Oh, I think the old days with Howard Cosell and Dandy Don Meredith and Dandy Don used to, sing at the end of the game, turn out the lights, the party's over once the game was over. And Howard Cosell was
Didn't Dandy Don get thrown off of Monday Night Football?
They were
I
on
think
for a
he got.
long
I think he
time.
got thrown off
Well, maybe, yeah.
for something. I know.
Everybody runs their
I know
course.
Joe Namath got thrown off.
Well,
He had that lousy accent.
you love Joe, but he was drunk half the time, so.
So, Aaron Rodgers, he's 3 years and 120 million.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
He's got 1 year left.
He's got, if he stays next year, I mean, Jets are down. They had a nice win the other day, but they're
How
just
come
not a
the
good
Jets
team.
pay this guy that kind of money? Really? Joe Namath, I heard liked him.
Yeah, they're paying him off his past performance. I mean, he doesn't look the same. He can't move around. He's still got a good arm, but he hasn't really proven he's a winner over the years.
I don't think
when it
he's
counts.
happy with the front line there with the Jets, and I don't think he's got any blockers.
Yeah, their line's not good.
He's been getting banged around.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
surprised he gets up.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised a lot of them get up with the hits
Yeah.
they take. So
I thought Drake May wasn't getting up yesterday after he got hit one time.
he's coming. The Patriots are still in tough
Oh,
shape.
he was running yesterday at the beginning of the game. Did you see him running, Bill? 30, 40 yards, this kid?
I think he ended up with 95 yards.
You know who that reminds me of? Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Was a
he's
scrambler.
classic, yeah.
Love a scrambler, Bill, as a quarterback. So,
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily be a scrambler. You just have to be able to move around the pocket and buy time. Like Patrick Mahomes, who right now is without a doubt the best out there. So
who did Seattle play yesterday?
they played the Rams.
Oh, what a great
Yeah.
game that was
Yeah,
last night.
It was
Did you like that?
Well, that was the.
Did you watch the whole thing, or did Bonzo go to bed?
Bonzo goes to bed pretty early, so when it's his bedtime.
Bill, when we're texting, he says, "Hey, time for Bonzo to go to bed."
Yeah, Rich will be up real late. He's up all night, and I'm like. at
Well,
some
I gotta
point,
watch the highlights. I have to do my homework for this big sports show. As you know, ESPN has been calling to grab us away from you, Bill. So.
Yeah, we're ready to go national. Bill, we'll take you along with us, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, Bill can sit in with us, But yeah, I watched that game last night. Matt Stafford, he's having a rough time too with the Rams. But
They're 5-4. They're tied for
now
first
here's
in
a guy
division.
that's how many years he spent with Detroit, and it was brutal for him.
He spent 10, 12 years with
10,
Detroit.
12
You
years
give
with
him credit,
Detroit.
you know.
Every year was terrible, Bill. Did you know that?
Yeah.
With Matt Stafford? Then he goes to the Rams and wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, good for them.
He gets his ring.
Yeah.
We're glad Matt Stafford got his ring.
And now hopefully Detroit's going to get one.
Just like
They've got a great team.
Al Horford. I'm glad he got his
Oh,
ring.
yeah.
Al don't want to retire now. He wants another ring. Bill,
They should get it. Yeah.
I think we're putting Bill to sleep. Look at him. He's yawning over there.
No, we're good.
Yeah, the Celtics are playing great. They look like the team to beat again. I mean, they're going to have some competition in the East, maybe Cleveland, Oklahoma City in the West.
Hey, Frank, go out and get us 3 coffees, will you?
Yeah, have you had a chance for it? Have you watched the Celtics? They're looking really good.
Yeah. We got a great cameraman here, Frank Rocco, who never get any recognition. So,
Kudos to Frank.
yep. I want to shout out to my good friend Johnny Assad down in Kelly Square. Big sports fan there. So I think a lot of people are happy the Yankees lost. But anyways, Jimmy, the Patriots lost again yesterday. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was a great game, huh?
Well, it was a lousy game, yeah, I think. Both teams played lousy.
Well, you
but-
can look at it both ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lousy game, but it was a great game to watch for them to come back with like a few seconds left and tie it
Oh,
up and
yeah.
go into overtime.
No, May made a great play, scrambled around, threw it up. He caught Stevenson out of the corner of his eye, got it to him. They tied the game. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish it off.
Was that a
but-
sign? They said that was a sign that he could be another Tom Brady. Aren't they funny? Aren't they
Well,
funny?
Nobody's going to be another Tom Brady. But no, Drake Mays, it looks like he got a bright future. In the offseason, they're going to go out and fix the offensive line and hopefully add a top of the line receiver.
Yeah,
So
if you don't get his legs broken before the season's over.
he's taken some big shots the last couple of weeks, so he's got to learn to slide and get down more, because his health's more important. We're obviously not going to make the playoffs, so, you want him to learn and stay healthy.
Well, when Jacoby Brissett started out and then he took a back seat to May, I thought he became the third starter,
The third quarterback?
the third backup quarter.
No,
Wasn't Joe Milton next?
Joe Milton's he's the third stringer.
So what
yeah.
happened when May went out when he got hurt, brought Brissett in? What happened to Joe Milton? I thought he was next in line.
No, well, Brissett was second, and Milton's third. So if something happened to Brissett, Milton would get in. And hopefully by the end of the year they get Milton a few snaps. Let him see what he can do. Let him get a little playing time. It's the only way you're going to learn.
Oh yeah, I would have liked to seen him in the game. He likes to scramble too.
He's got a huge
throw.
arm. Huge arm. How accurate it is, we'll have to find out hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the future, if they can fix the offensive line, future they've got some hope, but it's 2 years down the road at least. And if the front office has got to do a better job scouting, they got to do a better job drafting. Because other than May, most of this draft class hasn't done much. So.
Well, they almost pulled it off yesterday. It would have been great to get that win. Let me tell you about a great game the other night, Bill. Indiana and the Celtics. Did you see it? The Celtics were down by 24. Came back and tied it up. I think that went overtime too, right?
Went overtime, yeah.
And
Tatum hit a 3-pointer with about
That's
5
one
seconds
that
left
game
to
I would have
tie
liked to have. That game I would have liked to have as a win.
That's their
Because
only
they
loss,
they came they came
Yeah,
back.
no, they made a great comeback. They've got tremendous talent, doing it without Porzingis. So the big men, the backups, Cornette and Cueto, I'm not sure how to say his name right. Both been playing really well, so, they're going to be 9-10 deep. Pritchett's on a roll. He's throwing 3-pointers left and right. Brown's banged up right now, but, rest of the team, White, Holiday, Tatum, Brown, they're the best team in basketball. So the other people can have their hopes with Oklahoma, Cleveland, a few of the other teams. But if we play our game, we're going to bring back another title.
We're on top of the world, the Celtics, and they're going to repeat. I think a dynasty's here.
They've got the potential, and you got to remember Brown is got a little chip on his shoulder because Lord knows why he wasn't picked for the Olympic team. And Tatum's probably a little chip on his shoulder. The Steve Kerr basically didn't play him in the Olympics. Lord knows why. It'll be an interesting game. They come in, I think, Wednesday night, Golden State. So hopefully Brown will be back. But I got a feeling Brown and Tatum are going to really be fired up for that game. So if you get a chance, it should be a great game to watch.
Yeah. Like Kansas City, they got all their players back. The Chiefs,
Yeah, they're tough.
right?
Yeah,
They don't need anything. They're all healthy. Celtics are all healthy.
Yeah, it's a long season, especially in football.
And these are teams that have to prove themselves again to repeat.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You know?
Kansas City's pretty much, they won 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls. Now it's just a bonus. There's not much left to prove. They're a great team.
Yeah, they've been to the Super Bowl, 3 times in the last 4 years?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they won
They
3
won
of
2
the
in a
last
row, and 3 out of the last 4 years, right?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
And they lost 1.
And the thing is, they're doing it as good as Mahomes is. Their defense has been fantastic. Their defense has carried them most of the year. So it's a scary thought when your defense is winning games when you got Patrick Mahomes.
Aren't they playing tonight?
Yeah, they're playing Tampa tonight. It's probably going to be another easy win. And it sort of goes back to even the Patriots, the Super Bowl game against the Rams. And Brady and the offense get a lot of credit, but the defense held the Rams to 3 points, the lowest total in any Super Bowl ever. And I actually thought the defense should have got, as a team, should have got the MVP of that game. But it is what it is.
How about the Baltimore Ravens?
They're up and down. They lost a bad game last week to a weak Cleveland team, and then they came back and had a nice win yesterday. But, we up and down. They got a lot of talent. Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry's he's just a monster as a running
I know,
back.
100 yards yesterday, rushing.
He's almost every game he's under. He's almost like your guy, Earl Campbell. It's hard to tackle. Nobody wants to tackle him when he gets a head of steam going.
Yeah, Jimmy, I remember last show we did, you talked about all these Patriot players in that led us to those Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I think there's one player, the most important you forgot to mention, the field goal kicker, Adam Vinatieri.
I thought I did mention him. Maybe not. Yeah,
I'll have to go back and look at the tape.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Adam Vinatieri, the greatest kick ever in the tuck game, in the 42-yard or whatever in the snow and cold and stuff. And then he made the 48-yarder right down the middle to beat the unbeatable at the time Rams. Tremendous game plan.
That was our first Super Bowl win against the Rams?
First Super Bowl, yeah, back in 01.
Did you know that, Bill? Adam Vinatieri kicked a field goal. Next Super Bowl they went, he kicked another field goal.
Yeah.
Against, who was that now? The second
Carolina.
one. Was it Carolina? Yeah.
The Carolina. That's when we had the back-to-back.
We got so many of them, I
Philly.
can't keep count anymore.
Yeah, I think that was Carolina, then Philly was next. And
Yep, we beat Philly.
sorry, Bill. But they came back and beat us years later. So
Yeah, Philly came back.
They got theirs, yeah.
I
They got a
rem-
good team this year. They've got a shot.
I remember that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Brady was pancaked. He got pancaked by the Eagles, and they got the ball back, and they went up by 10 points.
You talking
And
about the
Brady,
one?
yeah, that last Philadelphia.
it was-
And Brady's just sitting on the ground looking up like,
Yeah.
welcome to the NFL, Tom Brady.
And Brady threw for like 500 yards, if I remember that game. And that's when Nick Foles had the game of his life. They just
Oh, Nick
picked
Foles
us
was
apart,
great with
yeah.
them. You know?
You know.
But then he went downhill after that, Nick Foles.
Yeah,
What happened?
yeah, I know.
What happens there?
Some guys just,
They
some
don't-
guys can play in the clutch and some can't,
Well, he played in the
Yeah,
clutch
yeah,
that Super
yeah.
Bowl.
Played fantastic.
That
yeah.
almost reminds me of that robot for the San Francisco Giants. What's his name there?
Robot, Bonds?
No, the pitcher there. The pitcher they had.
Madison Bumgarner?
Oh, my God, when he came in
Oh.
the third inning against
Madison-
Kansas City,
Yeah,
I thought the guy wasn't human. I thought he was a robot, Bill.
Yeah,
He just-
Bumgarner was one of him, John Lester, it's a couple of the
Nobody
greatest
can get.
clutch pitchers ever.
Well, I'll tell you, who was a workhorse like that. Workhorse like that is John Lackey. You'll never see pitchers like that again.
Guys, it's and one of our favorites, who I think we mentioned last time, passed away, Louis Tiant, was,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pete Rose is gone.
yeah. What did Louis pitch, like 250 pitches one game? And that's 3 games for these guys.
250 pitches.
Yeah, there's one game, he threw like 240.
Nolan
250
Ryan
pitches.
did that.
Nolan Ryan was he's just
He went like
he's a
14.
horse.
He went like 14 innings.
Yeah, he's at 44 years old, he can still throw 100 miles an hour. So, and he's still throwing right at guys. If they get in the box too tight, he's coming in at them.
Jimmy, what happened to the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, they're terrible. We said it last time. The owners wrecked that team. They're done. Prescott's banged up. Lamb's banged up. They got, Jerry Jones was
They're
talking
going
about they're
nowhere
going to go to the
fast.
Super Bowl before the year started. And they'll be lucky if they break even. They have 8-9 wins this year.
They're in the
they're a bad
cellar.
team.
They're in the cellar.
Well, they're just ahead of the Giants, but they're 3 and
They're
5.
both in the cellar.
And they're going nowhere. They're just
Love
a
to
bad
see the
team.
Giants in the cellar. You know?
Yeah, well, being New England fans, New York's our rivalry, so in all sports.
So, Bill, how you feeling?
Good. Good.
You know?
I'm just
Did you watch a
curious.
lot of football yesterday?
No, I didn't watch. It watched me. I was asleep. It watched me. I was asleep. But what do you think? Hey, who are the unsung heroes on the Patriots that need to come up? The newer people who haven't proven themselves yet.
That haven't proven themselves?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, these young wide receivers, Polk and Baker, have done nothing. Polk had more penalties just than he did catches. I mean, for early second-round pick, that can't happen. They got a couple of young ones. I mean, the kid Butte has played pretty well.
Yeah, he made a great catch yesterday.
Douglas has played well, so, they've got a little talent, which
What
I
about-
think May has brought out. And
What about Stevenson?
Stevenson's a good player. I mean, but, that
Good
line
running back.
they can't block for him, though. He's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage almost every time he runs, and nobody can go anywhere in that case. But
When we talk about these guys, we think about the other guys and you say, oh my God, they're gone. And you don't even know when they left, like James White.
James White was great, Kevin Falk, some of the unsung heroes like Danny Amendola was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, guess who
Yeah.
was a good blocker for Tom Brady, if I remember? Marion Butts.
No,
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah. I remember him in the backfield blocking for Brady. I
Maybe,
think.
yeah, you got a
You
better
know?
memory than me.
Well,
I don't remember.
who?
No, I don't remember him, but
Well,
yeah.
who? What else would it be?
Well,
Do you know?
blocking for him? Well, no,
Yeah.
some of the running backs.
I remember Marion Butts wasn't getting the ball a lot, but he was blocking for him, and it was
You
great.
sure that was the Patriots? I don't think it
Yeah, it
was.
was the Patriots.
No, I mean, Kevin Flock and James White were great pass catchers. They were both great at picking up the blitz. Otherwise they wouldn't have played.
If we only can get a tight end like Ben Coates.
Gronk, how about one like Gronk? Yeah,
Gronk is
Coach was great. One of your old guys, Russ Francis, was a great tight end many
Russ
years ago.
Francis.
Yeah,
Yeah, Russ Francis died too. I think it was last year.
yeah, it's been a little while. Yeah,
Bill, do you remember Big Ben Coates? He was a
real good player,
giant. He was a giant. Imagine him and Gronk together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They would have been a terror. Gronk was a terror
Oh, Gronk.
for defenses.
Oh yeah.
So,
Not just was he a great pass catcher, he was the best blocking tight end in years. So
and I saw some film on him yesterday. He caught with one hand.
he's a great player.
I saw somebody make it. Was it that Rams game last night? That kid caught it with one hand in the end zone
Oh, it was a couple plays, yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
pulled it down. I
Even-
said, how do these guys do that?
Yeah, Garrett Wilson Thursday night, the catch he made was unbelievable, so.
Yeah.
And that's what the Patriots need. They need an alpha number one receiver, and it takes the pressure off the other guys. But, yeah, there were 3 or 4 catches yesterday.
Bill, when I used to play football, I used to play end guard and tackle. I used to sit at the end of the bench, guard the water bucket, and tackle anybody that came near it. You like that one?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's a good one.
And, yeah, yesterday was a good day for football. Tonight should be a better game. The Chiefs.
Yeah, they're playing
7-0.
Tampa, but
7-0.
yeah, Tampa's banged up on defense.
They're going to run the table. All
All
right?
right, listen.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let me thank my guests for being here, and we'll keep an eye on you guys because you guys keep an eye on everything else for us.
Yeah.
And next coming, this is Bill Coleman. This has been This is Worcester. If you'd like to appear on This is Worcester, please contact WCCA TV, and we'd be glad to have you on as a guest. So we'll look forward to seeing you next time here on This is Worcester. Thank you, folks, for joining us, and thank my guests.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.